Mom, I'm so lonely, all alone in this well. On the morning of February 3, 2010, a 41-year-old construction worker named Choi left his home in South Korea, telling his wife he was going to Anson to collect payment for a construction project that had been overdue for a long time. Before leaving, he told her something unusual. An important fax should arrive today. Make sure you receive it. His friends later confirmed that Choi had been excited about the payment because he was looking forward to supporting his daughter's family. No one believed he had any reason to end his life. According to highway records, at 9:30 a.m., Choi's car was traveling toward Anson. But just 40 minutes later, the vehicle unexpectedly turned around and headed in the opposite direction toward Pochin. At 11 a.m., his car passed a rural mountain road. 13 minutes later, it passed the exact same road again. A route that normally takes only 3 minutes somehow took 13. What happened during those missing 10 minutes remains a mystery to this day. Even stranger, at 11:08 a.m., Choi's cell phone suddenly shut off, not because the battery died, but because someone had removed the battery. Later, the broken phone was found near the scene. Who removed the battery? No one has ever been able to explain it. At around 11 p.m. that night, Choi appeared at a convenience store. Security cameras captured the last known footage of him alive. He bought a pack of cigarettes while repeatedly looking toward the door as if he were waiting for someone. There was another strange detail. When he left home, he was wearing winter boots. But in the surveillance footage, he was wearing leather dress shoes instead. His wife said he only wore those shoes when meeting someone important. It was -9 degrees C outside. Why did he change his shoes? And who was he going to meet? 4 days later, a hiker discovered a hidden well beneath a mat on a remote hillside. When the well was opened, Choi's body was found inside. His hands were tied behind his back, his body was suspended by a rope around his neck, and the well cover had been carefully placed back on top. The opening had even been covered with electrical wires and stones. There were no signs of a struggle and no major external injuries. The medical examiner confirmed that the cause of death was consistent with hanging, but could not determine whether it was suicide or homicide. Police eventually concluded that Choi had most likely staged the scene himself, so his family could receive insurance money. They argued that the bindings were loose, there were no defensive wounds, and Choi had significant debts. But not everyone agreed. Investigators found a pair of broken eyeglasses inside Choi's car. The glasses did not belong to him, raising the possibility that another person had been involved. Another mystery was the location itself. His car had been parked about 2.5 kilometers from the well, which was hidden on an isolated hillside that even many local residents didn't know existed. If no one guided him there, how did he find it? In 2010, a television program recreated the entire incident using a physically fit university student, following the police's reconstruction. The results showed that it was theoretically possible to tie the bindings and enter the well alone, but in practice, it was incredibly difficult. Just tying the hands behind the back took nearly 50 minutes. Experts concluded that an ordinary person, especially someone acting impulsively, would have found it extremely difficult to complete such a complex sequence alone. Two questions also remain unanswered. Why did the important facts Choi mentioned never arrive? And who changed his route from Anson to that isolated mountain? No suspect was ever identified. The investigation was eventually closed and has never been reopened. So what really happened? Did Choi carefully stage his own death, or did someone disguise a murder to look like suicide? The missing 10 minutes, the sudden change of shoes, and the lonely well hidden on a remote hillside. Even today, no one knows the truth.